Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk, your home for all your betting tips and in-depth analysis for boxing, football, basketball, horse racing, and many different sporting events. So, yeah, if you're a big sports fan who likes the occasional bet, please make sure to check out the great lads at sharpbetting.co.uk in the description below. It's me, Niall, just here giving you a quick reaction to the huge breaking news from that was announced yesterday by WBC President Mauricio Suleiman that the legendary Manny Pacquiao, the multi-weight world champion, will make a sensational return to the ring in July in a world title fight against the WBC welterweight champion Mario Barrios. Date yet to be confirmed. Venue yet to be confirmed, but it looks like it will be in July and in Las Vegas. Yeah, massive news announced yesterday by the WBC president, and you know, it was so out of left field. Pacquiao hasn't fought professionally since 2021. That was 4 years ago. He was 41 at the time, and of course he lost to Yordenis Ugas, the very tricky Cuban fighter. Convincingly lost to Yordenis Ugas, and in that fight 4 years ago, as I say, 2021, that fight showed people enough to say that it was gone for Pacquiao. He had that kind of last stand against Keith Thurman, and then of course he was scheduled to fight Errol Spence before Spence, had to pull out, and Ugas stepped in, and yeah, Pacquiao just looked like a shell of himself. The speed was gone, the reflexes were gone, the volume punching was gone, and he was soundly beaten. And it left a lot of people thinking if Errol Spence had a fallen, Manny Pacquiao would have got badly hurt. And that was 4 years ago. He's 46 now, hasn't fought professionally, as I say, in 4 years, has been massively involved in politics, of course, as he did throughout his career. But if the speed, the reflexes, the footwork, the volume was gone back then, I struggle to see how he's gonna have it back when he's 46 after 4 years out of a professional contest. Of course, we have seen him, of course, recently in an exhibition bout in Japan, a three-round exhibition where he looked very poor again. Obviously now that was an event to kind of dip his toe back in the water and see how he looked, and he didn't look good. He drew it with a Japanese fighter in that one. In an exhibition. Of course, there was talks of him maybe having an exhibition with Floyd Mayweather, and in my opinion, as someone who was a big fan of Manny Pacquiao was a fighter who got me into boxing. To be honest with you, the excitement, how he kind of dismantled opponents, bigger men with the speed, the angles, the power, and the volume punching. Manny Pacquiao's late nights in Vegas against the likes of Shane Mosley, Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, they're the fights that got me into boxing. Watching boxing religiously, as a passionate viewer. So Manny Pacquiao will always be a hero to me, an idol, like one of my favorite fighters of all time. But I think coming back, uh, you know, I don't know how he kind of feels himself that he's in good enough shape to come straight back into a WBC world title fight against Mario Barrios, across the champion. Barrios as well. You can look at it in the way of, okay, they're picking the most favorable champion for him to beat would be Mario Barrios, but it's still very disrespectful to Barrios to think, you know, a 46-year-old after 4 years out of a professional ring is coming straight back and wants to fight me because he thinks I'm a soft touch. Um, yeah, it is disrespectful to Barrios, and Barrios is limited. He is a limited fighter. He is the weakest champion at 147, but at this stage, he should have well more than enough to defeat Manny Pacquiao, a near 50-year-old Manny Pacquiao, after 4 years out of the ring. Barrios is a decent fighter, solid fundamentals, good power. Yeah, and he's been active. He's been active at the top level. You can't say the same for Manny Pacquiao. So yeah, it is disrespectful to Barrios that they're picking this as kind of the softest touch to come back and win a world title. But I still think it'll be a major shock if Pacquiao wins this. I know there'll be a lot of people there that'll favour Manny Pacquiao, um, just on name value and nostalgia, but you have to take nostalgia out of it and be realistic. You know, he looked dreadful against Ugas 4 years ago now, and had people thanking God that that was it for him in a professional ring. He was a shell of his former self, and the exhibitions he's looked terrible, as I say, and it'll be interesting to see what sort of shape he will be in, 2 months away now, give or thereabouts from this fight. And of course, I think there's a general election in the Philippines at the minute, which he is running in, concludes on May 12th. I believe there'll be an official announcement after May 12th. Mauricio Suleiman states that there can't be confirmation until the election is over, and that's over in a couple of weeks. So, um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what sort of shape he's kept himself in. I'd say he's still in good shape, obviously, but there's a difference between being in good shape and being in fighting shape. And I just, as an early prediction goes, I can't see any way Manny Pacquiao wins this fight. I really can't. From what I saw against Ugas, there's just no feasible reason as to why he can come back and beat even Mario Barrios. But I suppose it's good to have the Pac-Man back for that nostalgia value. The kind of romanticizing of what he was like back then, but he's not the same man now. But it will be interesting to see him in a professional ring again and at the top level. And if he was to come back and win the world title, as I say, it would be a major shock, and it would already cement his legacy, his already all-time great legacy. One of the best fighters to ever pull on gloves, eight division world champion, you know, done it in a blistering style. Yeah, he's already first ballot Hall of Fame, one of the best ever. And I don't know why he needs to do this, whether it's to boost his own ego or for money, or what. But yeah, I can't see any way he wins this fight, but it will be interesting to see him back. Yeah, and as I say, if it is one and done as a comeback, but yeah, we'll see. Not long to go now, July. Yeah, that was just my quick reaction to the huge news from yesterday, announced by WBC President Mauricio Suleiman, that the legendary eight division champion Manny Pacquiao will be returning to the ring in a world title fight against Mario Barrios, likely July, likely Las Vegas, Nevada. And yeah, it's bizarre, out of left field. Still can't really believe it, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna happen. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What do you make of this huge news? How big of a fan of Pacquiao are you? And most importantly, what chance do you give him to actually beat Mario Barrios? Do you think he will beat Barrios? Let us know what you think in the comments. Get involved as always. We love the engagement. Drop the video a like. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ESBR Boxing. Follow us on all social media. And as I say, check out the lads at sharpbetting.co.uk in the description below. Until next time, take care.